What's up, guys? Junior back with another video, and today I have a topic that may be pretty controversial, depending on your server and your alliance and the way you play the game. I'm gonna lay it out, tell you guys what happened, and then get your thoughts on what you would have done in that scenario, and maybe ways that and by we I mean I, could have handled it better. So let's jump into it. Yeah. So last SVS, we were playing server, I think it was 844, if I remember correctly, something like that. Anyways, it has this player Devosky on it. He's like a keep 44. He's insane. He has like 3K ground buffs, ground attack buffs. He was just soloing all of our traps. It was pretty impressive. Anyways, we were getting spanked, no doubt about it. We were going to lose unless something crazy happened. Um, but what ended up happening is we had a player from another alliance, not mine, who saw this as an opportunity to point trade and get themselves, I don't know, boy or girl, but get themselves into top five and get their wings. So just to lay the land, I'll show you who he is here. So this is once a 600, 700 million player, maybe, before that SVS. And they ended with 1.3 billion SVS points. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. That's not impossible. I mean, I've done it, right. Small power, you could be a trap and get that many, sure. Um, well, he had 1.3 billion or so SVS points, and then he had negative like 1.8 or 1.9 billion. Okay, so as a 700 million player, he probably got zeroed 3 times, maybe 4 to get those points. And not only zeroed, but like sending out marches and splatting on people, or working with the enemy, because they actually said that in our server chat, openly point trading in the server chat to get this guy points. So, in my opinion, that's just not very cool. We do have people that are out there grinding for points, consuming the source of lives every single SVS to try to get top five. We have a pretty competitive server, and the bigs don't really hold up to just allow someone in the top five. Like I said, we're very PvP oriented, so we enjoy it. It's what we kind of look forward to. But we do have smaller players in my alliance and other alliances that are out there grinding, taking temples, playing PvP, not just going in the corner of the map and point trading. So I felt like this was pretty unfair. And, afterwards, that alliance was thanking the enemy on SVS chat, telling them that he got his wings and, thank you so much and all this stuff. And when it was over, I got into world chat. I was a little fired up about it. I said, hey, man, that crap don't fly. Point trading is not cool. I don't care if you're losing or not. You're negative, billion points almost, and you point traded. It's just not cool. It's not fair to those who are actually really grinding, trying to get their boxes, their rewards, um, and their wings and all that. So I told him, and we had a little back and forth. He was being kind of a smart ass to me and all this, and I was like, okay, well, we want to be like this to each other, then don't drop your bubble, because I'll smack you. And then he just kind of brushed it off, I guess. Didn't think I would actually smack him. Sure enough, on Wednesday, his bubble dropped and I zeroed him. And there was a couple of reasons why I zeroed him. First, because he was, you know, acting like what he did wasn't wrong when it clearly was. Second, he was being a smartass about it. And third, I wanted to prove a point that there's no way that this player got to 1.3 billion SVS points without point trading. So I'll pull up the report here and show you kind of what happened, and show you how much damage I took on just a normal standard march. And I would like for you to come up with your own assumption on how in the world he came up with 1.3 billion SDS points. Pretty crazy, right? And if you just scroll through here, we can look. He's got nothing. And I will mention that he was back to pretty much full power at this point. It was Wednesday. He had healed all of his troops, and this was him, full power. So you tell me, right? And I posted this in World Chat. I sent the report and I said, if you think this guy right here got 1.3 billion SBS points without point trading, you've lost your mind. So I say all that. Now there's a caveat here. We do have nap in our server. So I did hit him during nap time. But he was warned. I did, we had kind of like a one-on-one beef going on, and I warned him. He knew it was coming, chose not to listen. It was during nap, so people were pissed. I get it. And that's not fair. But what he did wasn't fair either, taking rewards away from other people. I don't care if we were losing or not. People still fight for those rewards and Blood Aries and all of that stuff. And it's not like he took a spot away from me. I got second. So he was below me. I was more upset for my teammates and the other alliances how we're grinding for points. Was that right? I don't know. It really ticked them off. I can tell you that. They were very upset about it. And as an R4 in my alliance, I am in our little server leaders room online, line chat, and their R4s from that alliance got in there and were very, very heated, so to speak. And one person got in there and started screaming, literally screaming everyone's names, like all the R4s from my alliance and the R5, full caps, typing it out, like the last scene of Braveheart, screaming. I mean, she was upset. And, I explained myself. I said, it's not very fair. And I told him I was going to do it. So you shouldn't have dropped. Well, she didn't have kind words for me. Told me to F off and was just being very, very rude. I'm a dumbass. I don't want to talk to you. Is what she was telling me. I was like, all right, fine. I understand that you're upset, but I mean, he was warned. I felt like it was okay. And then she gets very, very angry with me and starts talking mad crap. And I was like, are you serious? You're an 800 mil player. Like, no offense. I know this game is for friends and fun, but, at the end of the day, it's a power game. And, like, I'm a 10 bill player. You're 800 million. You're talking trash, telling me to fuck off and all of this. And then I log into Evony and I see her bubbles down. So I smacked her. There's a report here. I gave her a good whacking. Zeroed her. This one was probably a little bit over the line. I don't think I necessarily needed to hit her, but I was kind of already fired up, and she was telling me to F off and all of this, and it's like, rule number one: don't drop your bubble when you're talking crap. Everyone knows that. I talk crap to 20 bill players all the time, but my bubble stays up. I'm not stupid. So I zeroed her, and man, it caused a ruckus. Everyone was in a frenzy. I could have zeroed 15 different keeps over there in that alliance, by the way. They were all unbubbled. I didn't. I hit the one person who point traded, and then I hit this R4 who was talking trash. Am I wrong? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments what you think. She did get compensated. We gave her 3 billion of each resource, even though there's no way in the world that it costs that much for her to heal and rebuild. I'm curious to get some thoughts on this, because point trade is not okay. And then at the end of the day, just, talk shit, get hit kind of thing. So I understand there's politics in the game, but there's politics, there's too much of that already in real life. I'm not trying to get on Evony and run a government. Just trying to play the game. And yeah, I don't know. I'd love to get your thoughts below. Please like and subscribe and let me know if you guys want any other content.